Hello, welcome back to the channel. The collab has arrived and the new banner is here. It's time for a banner review video. And we have two of the mainline characters returning, the World Ender and 2B. Two incredible top tier costumes. Good in multiple game modes. Let's dive in here and take a look at the World Ender. Alright, so some pretty high HP, very generous attack, generous defense, and a kit that is built for subjugation support and passives that are just crazy in Arena. So let's take a look at this character skill here. 5 hits. And it has a defense break and a wind crush if you're wielding wind. So it's going to be very helpful in subjugation, not only for the support, but the fact that he's strong too can help you get to that knockdown without having to use a skill on your main DPS unit. So this kind of thing is becoming more and more important in Quest 5 versus that stubborn moose. And I'm really liking this. We have a new passive here, a new type of passive, swiftness. And the whole party is going to get an increase in their cooldown speed if their costume is wind affinity and they're wielding a wind weapon, and if he is also wielding a wind weapon. Let's go over here and take a look at who we can pair up with him. Alright, so in Arena, we have Bloodless Demos, New Year Yuri, Fractured Noel, Bloody Gale, all amazing PvP units. And of course, he's super fast, and I kind of skipped over that passive. We're going to look at that in a second. Lacrima Lavanya, I've been loving using him in Arena. I usually don't like to have him, wielding wind though. But the rest of them, we have the new Celeb Hina Sword. Or she's good too, but personally I like Bloody Gale better because of the damage. Hina is just kind of... This is cool, I know, but damage is a little lacking if you don't have a lot of awakenings on her. In any case, let's head back here. So, like I mentioned, an unprecedented 50% timed agility. That's crazy. And what that means basically is it's going to be way easier to get him to 100 without the help of, say, third passive Christmas Gale or an Agi Memoir set on somebody. He doesn't need that extra 10% because he comes stock with 50. It's crazy, so you can have a subjugation weapon and a 20% weapon on him to get to 100. And that's very cool. If you manage to get this third passive, then he really, really shines with this pursuit and the damage. The deal is sealed with the damage at that point. Even if the attack stat isn't like all the way at today's standard for top tier DPS. Of course, he's a big hybrid anyway. And the debris is not a must-have, but agility 15 is cool. Okay, moving on, the weapon. Another PvP main hand. So that goes along very nicely with his passive. And the other wind spear we had is a little dated and it doesn't have a boon passive, etc. And that's an impressive attack stat for a spear. So I like that a lot. We have the updated 4-hit, 5-hit with the multipliers around 50%. And that's been, treating me nicely. All those new weapons that have come out recently for Arena. All right, and then 2B, the DPS role. So we have top tier base attack, kind of whatever, high-ish HP, really chunky defense. Of course, defense doesn't matter as much as HP in terms of tankiness, but it still helps, and that's pretty high. It's really cool to have those two values, both so high. And further damage if you get this third passive. making her top tier as a DPS. Now, she also comes with this gimmick. She can help the party cooldown if they are the right affinity, wielding water weapon as well. So we can take a look at like who we pair with her. Now, she isn't as oriented towards arena, but can definitely be used as a turret. And then also with this cooldown gimmick, could be very cool. Christmas Gale has been very common in arena lately, wielding an EX. And I've gone up against several teams where she's using an EX weapon, and somehow, even against my max cooldown weapons, she gets her skills in. So it's just going to help her that much more. Some other fun turrets in arena are, New Year Fio and Celeb Marie. But the problem is weapons. There aren't a lot of short cooldown water weapons out there. The Silver Snow Claw is a little dated. It's got a 3-hit skill on it, I believe. And if you're running 2B, you're kind of stuck with that weapon unless you don't care about AA and you just make her a max cooldown, wielding the spear, I guess. But that passive makes it cool to pair her with other users, so, kind of shy on native water spear users that are really relevant in PvP. So it could make for some fun combos, I don't know. In any case, in PvE, subjugation and high difficulty stuff like Fateboard, it's going to be great. Pair her up with Christmas Gale or the other nice DPSs or support. And in subjugation, as the DPS, she'll help the supporters get their support skills off, making skill management easier. I'm hoping, at least. I haven't tested it out yet. So that is an interesting new passive, and I think it's just going to really come in handy. It'll take the edge off of getting in between combos in tower and Fateboard stuff too. So I'm excited to try it out. Now, one more thing, the weapon. Oh yeah, and of course the debris. Again, pretty cool, but, not essential. It's not like it's boon debris or something. Okay, so the weapon is very strong. 3,400 attack. It's pretty high for a one-handed sword. And then one of these strong skills that I don't really like these that much because 27 seconds is, it's really tough to deal with and it really messes up combos. But it is strong. It is what it is. That's a common thing. And a self-heal, if you're using, a one-hand sword user, pretty interesting. Could be nice in Fateboard, for sure. And Vigor and the haste kind of surprised me on this one, so that's always cool. It's too bad it's not like a boon haste weapon, but maybe that just would have been too OP, I don't know. In any case, those are my thoughts on the banner. I think both are very good units, top tier, and the question is, should you pull? I must say, wait, because at this point, even though we don't know anything, it's very possible that we're getting a second banner. And if you see, this one goes all the way until May 7th. It's not even April 7th yet. We have over a month to pull here. So wait around, see if there's a second banner. That way, at least you can choose. All right, those are my thoughts on the banner. And that's all I have for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see here, throw a like on the video, sub on the channel. All of that helps me grow, and it's much appreciated. I'll see you in the next one.